Hi everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're going to start working on our Thanksgiving menu, all from our pantry. Today we're going to make the first recipe in our Pantry Thanksgiving series, and we're going to do 3-can cranberry relish. And I can't wait to show you how this all comes together. Today we're going to get started making dishes for our Thanksgiving dinner straight out of our pantry. And with that, we're going to make, first up, a 3-can cranberry relish that once it's all hydrated and delicious, it's going to be very much like a beautiful high-end cranberry chutney. And you're going to make this with items out of your pantry and your kitchen cupboard. So what we're going to use to get started, this is a 14-ounce can of whole berry cranberry sauce, a 20-ounce can of pineapple. Now I'm using crushed here. I would prefer to use tidbits. Sadly, my store was out of them and they subbed this out. So I've drained this semi-well. I want some of the moisture in here. If you're using the tidbits, just drain it off and save about 1/4 cup of the liquid. A 15-ounce can of mandarin oranges that has been drained, 1 cup of dried cranberries, 1 cup of pecans. You can either break these up, leave them whole, or chop them, and 1 cup of golden raisins. The raisins and the nuts are optional. This is kind of what makes this a really beautiful chutney, because once all of the wet ingredients mix with the dry ingredients, the dried fruit is going to take up some of the extra liquid that might be in there, and it's going to give it a beautiful thickness. And when you go to serve it, it's going to be like you cooked it all day, but you didn't have to. And with what we're facing this year with the grocery store, with shortages, supply chain shortages and things like that, or maybe you're just having a real low-key Thanksgiving and you want to use things out of your pantry, it's always good to know how to make things with what you already have. So that's why I've kind of devised this particular recipe. So really, all you have to do is put all of these things in a bowl and stir them together, and that's what we're going to do next. Alright, so I've taken the whole berry cranberries. This is very important. You don't want to use jellied cranberry sauce here because you're not going to have the same texture. You want this to be as if you cook down your own cranberries, and this is a really great shortcut if you don't want to go to that step of making your own cranberry sauce. I've been making Thanksgiving videos here on YouTube for 14 years, and I've done a cranberry sauce video almost every one of those years. This is the easiest one I've ever done because it's already done for you, really. You're just mixing up ingredients together. So what goes better with cranberries than a little bit of orange? So we're going to stir in those mandarin oranges. So just kind of fold these in because they're kind of delicate and you don't want to manhandle them too much. And then we're going to go with the crushed pineapple. Like I said, I really would have preferred tidbits, but the crushed pineapple is going to be just fine. You want to use what you have, and you only have rings, pineapple rings, then all you have to do is leave them in the can and take a knife and run it up the side of around the ring, and you'll have tidbits. It'd be easy. So in goes our pineapple. And now we're gonna go in with our dried fruit. So in goes our dried cranberries, our golden raisins, and our pecans. And we're gonna give that a good stir and get all of this blended together. Now as this sits, like I said, that dried fruit is going to hydrate in the liquid that's left behind by the oranges and the pineapple and even some of the moisture from the cranberry relish. And it's going to be absolutely a beautiful and delicious cranberry compote or cranberry chutney that you can serve with all of your holiday meals. This is going to be great next to your turkey or your ham. It's going to be great for Thanksgiving or Christmas or any time. It's going to be great afterwards on a sandwich. And who doesn't love that? So I'm going to put this in a bowl, and then we're going to bring you back and we're going to show you what it looks like. Well, there you have it. Our 3-can cranberry relish is all ready to go. Now, I do recommend that you make this at least 3 days in advance of when you plan to serve it, because you want to make sure all those dried fruits rehydrate perfectly. And this can be made up to 1 month in advance. You can store it in an airtight container in the refrigerator and it will be perfect. This is not recommended to go in the freezer, so don't put it in there because then everything will be mushy and gross when you thaw it out. This is just going to be a perfect accompaniment for whatever roasted meat you put on your Thanksgiving table this year or your Christmas table, and everyone is going to love it. I love the fact that we've completely cut out the step of cooking our own cranberry sauce, which I do every year, but this year is a little bit different and I wanted to give people options. This is also a really great place to start if you want to get your kids interested in cooking. This is perfect for them because it doesn't require any cutting. It doesn't require anything except opening some cans and stirring some things together. That's a really great way to get your kids interested and excited to help prepare the holiday meal. So I think this is a really great idea. I hope that you give it a try, and I hope that you love it. And until next time, happy holidays.